Okay, so let's catch up on the Honda cut. I have an edit here, and again, try not to make it perfect the first try out. It's hard. So more importantly, I just kind of want to get it to a place where I can make changes. It's always easier to have something to look at that you can change rather than try to make every single frame perfect. So that's overrated. So here we go. Let me show you my 30-second cut.
It's the most powerful custom on the planet. 6 cylinders, 6 carbs, 1520 cc's. Only one motorcycle in the world can cruise like this. The Valkyrie from Honda.
Okay, 30 seconds exactly. Well, at 30, it's solid. 30:01, it's black. Okay, so don't, even though the sound goes on for, essentially 18 more frames, there should be nothing at the end here. There should be a little extra here at the end. Okay, so how many edits do I have? Let's see, there's 1, 2. To jump from one edit to another, to go later, you can hit the up arrow, and it will just jump from each splice to the next. So I do that. I count. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I essentially have about 25 edits. Okay? So anything more than 20 is the intensity that I expect from your cut. If it's less than 20 edits, I know that's a fairly arbitrary thing, but it just forces you to make more edits. Okay? In this exercise, more edits, the better. Okay? Not all edits need to be that way, but this one does. Okay. So now, the problem I have, I think I like my opening pretty well. I got my 6 cylinders, 6 carbs.
6 cylinders.
And between 6 cylinders and 6 carbs,
6 carbs.
I expect, in my case, I put 3 different shots in here. 3 different shots. So I challenge you to do at least 3 different shots. But in the last one, there's a boom, boom. The music. If you're cutting to music, we'll always be cutting to the dialogue or the music. It's actually late. Okay, so how does one, I don't want to change all this. I want to just adjust it ever so slightly to cut to this shot, maybe a frame or 2 earlier. To me, it's late because of the music hit. Yeah, it's definitely late. So what I'm going to do is go right here, and you got to get the right tool. And let's go to the tool selection bar here. There's an arrow, and then there is what we call ripple edit tool. And if you hold your mouse button on this 2-headed arrow, you see a 4-headed arrow, rolling edit tool. I choose that. So now, with that 4-headed arrow in blue, when I come back here, notice that when it's not at the edit point, there's a slash through it, right there. Okay, how do I zoom in on my timeline so you can see it better? Hit the plus sign, and there it is. So the playhead tells me this is the edit that's late. So I'm going to I don't need to play it. I'm going to click right here. And if I double click right there, I get into what's called trim mode up here on the right. Your one screen becomes 2 screens. And what you see on the left picture here is the last frame of the Honda 3, the edit before. And on the right is the first frame of the next shot coming in, the incoming shot, Honda 14, this guy. And my feeling was that this edit happened too late. I wanted to move it earlier. How much earlier? I have a choice of -5, -1 button, +1, and +5. You have to think about left versus right more than it is arithmetic. I want it to come earlier, so it's to the left, because it begins on the left and ends on the right. So I want this shot, I felt it was late coming in. I want to go earlier, so I want to go into the left direction. In this mode, I can -1, and go back 2 frames. It keeps track. So what it does is it takes away 2 frames from the what we call the outgoing shot and adds 2 more frames to the incoming shot. So even though we're using minus numbers, we're adding frames, but we're going to an earlier time, which is a minus situation. So don't let the arithmetic get to you. Just think earlier or later, left or right. To see if the 2 frames make a difference, I'm going to hit the space bar, and what happens when I hit the space bar, this will revert back to a single frame. It's going to roll back 2 seconds before this edit point, play back, and it will start playing automatically forward in real time. It'll pass this edit point so I can see it, goes on for additional 2 seconds, it'll stop, and it will loop again. Go back 2 seconds before edit, play through, stop 2 seconds after, and keeps doing that until I hit the space bar to stop the looping. Here we go. It's called preview.
6 cylinders. 6 carbs. 6 cylinders. 6.
Okay, that's not bad. I said, well, I'm still not sure. How about I go one more back? Total of 3 frames difference now. Space bar.
6 cylinders. 6 carbs. 6 cylinders. 6.
I think that's too much. I'm going to go back 1. Let me go forward 1.
6 cylinders. 6 carbs. 6 cylinders.
Okay, I like that better than the 2. So this is called trial and error. You try it, and if it's better, leave it. If it's not better, fix it. Okay, so moving around, getting out of that trim mode. How do we get into trim mode again? 4-headed arrow, double click on one of the splices, make your adjustments, and then looks like if you just click anywhere in the gray here. And I also like to go back to my arrow tool for safety because that takes care of it. Now, can you do that manually on the keyboard? Yes, you can. On the timeline? Yes, you can. So here it is. Let's take another.
6 carbs. 1520.
Okay, say the
15.
Maybe the 15 is late. You can just click here and drag it left or right. So if you trust your mousing abilities to move incrementally 1 frame or 2 frames, the problem is that
1520.
what I like about the other ones, it's repeatable. You can just go back and preview. This one,
1520.
So you can do it manually. Okay. Now, the other problem I have, I'm going to hit the / show me the whole timeline.
Only one motorcycle in the world can cruise like this. The Valkyrie.
Okay, right there. The end doesn't work. My problem with the end is, look at the last 3 or 4 shots.
Cruise like this. The Valkyrie from Honda.
Okay, this headlamp shot. I think these guys look better than this to end than this thing. It's like a detail of what was this, the headlight. Not that important of a shot. So I'm going to make sure I have my arrow. I'm going to click on this clip, push it upstairs a little bit, and then I have this shot and these 2 shots so similar. Maybe what I should do is move this down to here and swap this and put this between them. The problem is that I'll move this play here. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here so I have a little better control. Slide this over. There it is. Grab this and go straight down. There it is. By zooming in, it's a little more. Let's see if this is any better.
Can cruise like this. The Valkyrie from Honda.
Okay, maybe a little bit better.
Like this. The Valkyrie from Honda.
Okay, I still have this problem where this shot is going left to right. This interrupts it better, but this ends up going left to right also. So maybe, can I have, and then this shot I feel I've seen before in my edit, and maybe I can, so look at all these, left to right. All these are left to right, left to right. Can I flip it so it goes the other direction? Oh, okay. So another little trick. Over here on the left side where I have the project window, There's a bunch of other tabs: media browser, libraries, info, effects, markers, and so on. Okay. Depending on the size of your thing, if you can't see all of them, click on this little double arrow and it shows you the list of other tabs of Windows. I'm going to go to the effects tab. All right, there's presets, audio, transitions, video effects. Okay, we're going to go through each list trying to find it. I want this to turn the other way. I want to flip the shot around so it's facing the other way. So remember the word flip, F-L-I-P. I typed the search for a flip. There's a bunch of flips. And here's one about transform, horizontal flip versus vertical flip. The vertical flip would flip it upside down. A horizontal flip it the other way. So I'm going to grab this little thing here and actually drag it on top of this shot and let go with my mouse. Now it's facing the other way. Let's see how that looks coming into it.
Things like this. The Valkyrie from Honda.
Okay, that helps me a little bit. I went back too far.
Like this. The Valkyrie from Honda.
Okay, I'll go for that. But then I realized earlier I had the same problem. 3 shots going left to right.
1520 cc's.
That one. That one.
Only one motorcycle.
Yeah. So I'm going to change one of those.
1520 cc's.
Okay. That to that. I can maybe put this shot in between it. Again, lift straight up. Move this over. Like little Lego blocks.
1520 cc's.
Okay. Then I'm going to flip this one and see if that helps.
1520 cc's. Only one motorcycle.
Okay. All right. So these are different things you can try to see if that helps your cut. Under effects, you can go type in the word flip. It flips it facing the other direction. The biggest problem here is that you don't have enough shots. Only 14 clips to use to cut a 30-second spot. This is not enough. All right. I want you to have that problem that it's not enough. The other issue is that I don't even consider it, but you may not consider it. Don't go back to any of these studio shots near the end. Okay, I got these out of the way at the beginning and they work well up front, but they're too static. I want you build up action. I want you build up intensity at the end so that when you finally hit the logo, it's such a relief that all this busyness stops. Okay, do not use these shots near the end. They're too static. The other issue, and this happens every time I give this assignment, on Honda number 9, this shot here, don't use this shot. Do not use that shot or that part of it. This is what he's setting up to do this turn. There's 2 takes of that. Here's another one. Okay, this is a very boring, non-eventful shot. Do not use this and do not use this. All right, anywhere in your edit. Maybe I should put that in my list of things not to do. That's okay. That's great. He's just setting up for the thing. Same thing here. On this shot, not much, not much. There you go. There's the essence of the shot. All right. So find the essence of the movement, the best movement. Then you say, but these shots, they're so shaky, you can't see anything. Well, yeah, I like this. Especially that, right there, right there. Oh, right there. See this stuff? This is good stuff. Some people try to guess, oh, I can't even use the shot. So out of focus, is too shaky. No, I want the shakiness because it has energy in it. Okay? Yeah. But don't just sit on it and have it go back and forth. Okay? Cut them tight, cut them to do what you gotta do. Okay, we'll stop on that. So pack this cut with many shots, 20 plus shots if you can do it. Make them nice and short. They all should not be the same duration. That's the other thing. If you look at your timeline and they're all more or less the same duration, then it becomes predictable, it becomes boring. Mix it up. Hopefully, and I didn't really do it on mine, and I could do this better, have you can start with long, slow shots at the beginning, but they start building up intensity. And there can be some areas where it slows down, and then some areas that pick up. So vary the durations, varies the pacing, makes it more interesting. Okay? All right. That's it for this one.